Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to graduation day for our Culinary Job Training Class 156. My name is Linda Broadfoot, and I have the privilege of serving as CEO here at Second Helpings. And thank you all so much for our very special guests for coming out to support this awesome class today. We are so grateful for them and excited about their future. So with that, I get to introduce them, I suppose, for the last time as students, and then they'll be introduced as graduates shortly. So we'll invite them in one by one. First up, we've got Jasmine Corbin. Carter Covington. Carly Harris. Lance Lalande. Daryl Peoples. Right there. Right there. And Jonathan Smith. One more time for class 156. They are led by their caring and talented chef instructors, Chef Kyle Burnett and Chef John Askelson. I also want to make sure to thank, we've got so many wonderful guests. We also have sponsors for each of these classes that make these classes possible. So we want to thank the Navient Community Fund for supporting this class. Huge shout out to them. It has been a pleasure to have you all here these last 7 weeks. I don't think we can overstate the impact that you all have on the culture of the building when you're here. Excuse me, morning. We love seeing you learn and grow. We love having you as a part of the team. And I think you know from these folks here, you all are a part of the Second Helpings family from now on. So we expect to see you back here. We want to come eat wherever you are, whatever you're cooking, we're coming, right? So thank you for contributing to Second Helpings in the way that you have for the last 7 weeks. We really are grateful that you've been a part of us, so appreciate you. With that, I'm going to introduce Chef Kyle to come up and get us kicked off.
Thank you, Linda. Well, here we are. Last day of week 7, right? And 7 weeks ago when you guys started, we probably weren't sure where we were going to end up, right? Maybe some of you guys were unsure whether or not you were going to finish, and that's okay. I hope over the last 7 weeks that as we've been working together in the kitchen and spending our mornings together with the morning motivation, that the one thing that you leave here with, like I've been saying, is vision. And I want to talk about journey today. I want to talk about how when you walked in, you started step 1 of a journey. And journeys can last a long time. They could last a couple weeks, they could last a few days, or they could last a lifetime. And when we're talking about pursuing success and excellence, these are things that take a lifetime to learn, because you're never truly gonna get to perfect. But we can work towards it. We can improve. We can get better. We can learn from our mistakes. As I've told you, there's no such thing as failure, in my opinion. There is, hey, we messed up. We learn from that, and we get better. And so take that mindset with you. apply it in your day to day, but apply it every day at in your jobs and your careers, wherever you're working, and that's going to put you one step above everyone around you and make you shine and help you grow. And so it's been an honor to serve you as your instructor. And I think you guys are truly the inspiration, and you guys are the reason why I have done this. You guys are the reason why I'm still here after graduate plus classes, because I love what I do. And you guys are the reason for that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Go out and be awesome. That's all I ask. I'd like to introduce Chef John Askelson.
Hey, Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Those of you that supported us, all of us, it definitely helps a tremendous amount to have that support. There's days when we've all had to come together to pick each other up, carry us across the finish line. I feel like it's kind of a symbolism for the whole thing. You know, when y'all showed up here, you were broke, maybe in a way that you weren't sure how to fix, and we helped try to fix your woes. I can't promise you that they're going to go away. Woes will always be there. I just hope that maybe some of the morning motivation, some of the examples that some of us have set, that can help you understand what it is that you need to turn in every day. You know, the assignments aren't over; they're just different, right? We're just going to be turning into work, doing the work. Like I tell my youngest, he's starting to do some fitness and stuff, and he wants to be a better soccer player. I said, you got to put in the work. It's like I've told you all that countless times. Take stuff home with you. Work on it. Because you might not have that opportunity to stretch your legs out when you get at a facility or something. Hopefully you will. Hopefully we find you a place that'll help you, nurture you, help you grow even more. And that's, Miss Ann and the connections with Second Helpings, that's what we're meant to do. But I guess to kind of nibble off a chef's speech a little bit, don't stop believing. Okay? On your journey? Yeah?
Right in front of me. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. All right. Now on to the fun part, where I drop things. Okay, so we have some certificates that we love to award during the closing of or during the process of our graduation here. And I'm gonna open with my favorite, if I may. My favorite is the Ralph Comstock Soup Award. Yeah. You guys have been waiting a long time to hear this, haven't you? It starts like 30 seconds after we walk back in the room and collect the votes. Who won, Chef? You got to find out on week 7, guys. I don't know what to tell you. So the Ralph Comstock Soup Award is, we hold this in honor of Chef Ralph Comstock. And Chef Ralph used to come in and volunteer with our students. He was a longtime volunteer who served Second Helpings. He was also a renowned chef throughout the community and throughout the country even. Chef retired and eventually passed on. And he not only did he pass on, but he left his legacy here with us. He was a chef through Aramark and through Ivy Tech as an adjunct instructor for many years. So Chef is, like I said, he's a well-known and loved and respected chef. And so what we do is we take chef's soup recipes and we blind draw. Students have no idea what they're preparing until the day before. We give them a little bit of a head start, but they're able to look through that and plan how they're going to do it. And then on the day of the soup competition, the staff, the volunteers, everybody here, we love it. It's our favorite day. Even Chef John and myself, I mean, we don't get to vote because we help the students kind of guide them along the path of preparing these recipes. But the staff and the volunteers, they all vote on their favorite. And then we honor this here at the end of graduation. So, and it was a great batch of soups. And we say that every time, but it really is. And they did a great job. We even had some fantastic vegetarian ones. And that's always a good thing, too. So, with that being said, the winner of this class with the Ralph Comstock Soup Award goes to the student who prepared a fantastic clam chowder, which was Lance Lalande. Hold on. Yeah. Here's this, right behind you. Right here, Keon.
No smile.
Okay, so this is probably one of the most valuable things that you might be able to take away from here that a lot of other people in the community have to pay money for, you know? And there's also an opportunity for a management certificate that you all are available to sit for now that you've graduated. Feel free, it'd be my first class. You know what I'm saying? All right. The Serve Safe performance, the certificate for the outstanding performance on the Serve Safe exam. It's not easy. Some of us struggled. Some of us did really well. And this isn't a surprise. This is one of our leaders. They've been in the industry a while, so I think they had a kind of a head start a little bit. But that person that scored the best on the exam is Mr. Daryl Peoples. All right.
Next is our certificate for outstanding performance on our knife skills. And this one is going to be fun because we have a tie. So, first thing is with our knife skills, knife skills is one of the most important things a chef can have. You know, there are many things that are important to be a great chef, but knife skills is definitely one of those categories. And so we teach at the ACF level, that's the American Culinary Federation. We teach their standards, which also are adopted by the Culinary Institute of America, which is one of the most prestigious culinary schools in the country. So with that said, we use their standards for this. And so that alone can be challenging. It can be intimidating. It can be frustrating and annoying and what else, guys? A long list of things, right? But what we tell them is it's kind of like Mr. Miyagi's wax on, wax off, right? This is the discipline that builds the skill set for their future. And so while it seems silly to sit there and cut potatoes to these little tiny sticks over and over and over again, really what it does is build within them the discipline and the understanding of knife skills, fundamentals, and mechanics. So it's pretty important. And so with that being said, and it doesn't happen often, so I love when it happens. We have a tie. on the highest score for this exam. And this goes to Jonathan Smith and Daryl Peoples.
Thank you, Chef. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef. You're welcome. How we doing?
Okay, so we have the next award for those that have had perfect attendance through the whole class. Not just the module, but every single day you were here. I'll tell you what, those are the things that you can't train. Those are intangible stuff. Being here every day. Just like being at your job every day. They can count on you. You'll start getting respect. You'll start getting all the, when somebody starts counting on you, it's one of those things that it's really a pride boosting situation, right? So, with that said, the three people that will be up here for the perfect attendance are Carly Harris, Jonathan Smith, and Daryl Peoples.
All right, at this time, I would like to call up our Senior Director of Programs, Nora Spitznagel.
Hello. I'd like to introduce two other people that are part of the Culinary Job Training team. Tanya Watson is our Culinary Job Training Coordinator. She works with the students from them first inquiring to fitting them to their jackets, and we all know that Tanya is the biggest cheerleader, so we appreciate that. And Ann King is not here, but she is our employment specialist, so she has worked with everybody on mock interviews and job skills and set up all these great field trips that they've gone on that I'll talk a little bit more. But it is my pleasure that I get to introduce the graduates. So we'll start with Jasmine Corbin. And Jasmine has a great story. Her grandmother and her husband both graduated from the program back in the early days. So I love those.
Good job, Dad.
So during the class, you heard some of them. The certifications that the graduates have earned are Serve Safe Food Handler, Start Kitchen Cook, which is a national certification, CPR, First Aid, and Serve Safe Workplace Behavior. So you'll see their pins for the start. Carter Covington.
Good job, everybody.
The graduates have taken several tours, several site visits. They've been to Eskenazi, the JW Marriott, Public Greens, Ivy Tech, the Piazza Food Show, and the zoo, which I was the most jealous of not getting to go. Our next graduate is Carly Harris.
Good job, Carly.
And graduate Lance Lalande. We've also had guest chefs come and speak, and they heard from the Bottle Works Hotel yesterday, which includes one of our graduates, which always makes my heart sing, and Levy at Gamebridge Fieldhouse came and spoke to them.
Smile, lad.
Don't smile. Don't smile. There we go.
Daryl Peoples.
All right, thank you, Chef. You're welcome. All right. Thank you, Chef.
Jonathan Smith. Now's the fun part. Our graduates get to say a little something. We'll start with Jasmine.
After speaking to the mic? Yeah, no, I'm a crybaby. I'm not. I would like to thank Second Helping, not just only Second Helping, but first my chefs, my classmates, my family, and myself as well. And it hasn't been easy, but I'm going to keep going. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, I'd like to thank my chefs first for dealing with me and all of that. I'd like to thank my mom for driving me every day to here and back. Thank you, Gray, for helping me get through the anxiety of the tests, especially the two finals. Thank you, Uncle Charlie, for coming, and thank you, Lisa, for taking probably your first day off. Yeah. So that makes it a little extra special. Thank you, Tanya, for being the cheerleader, and thank you, Second Helpings, for just making it free, I guess. I don't know.
I'm gonna thank Second Helpings. They were a lovely organization. My friends and my family, especially my dad's side, who obviously can't be here. And I also want to thank one of my favorite YouTubers, Rosanna Pincino, for my passion for baking, and Shelly Henley. Look her up. She's on social media. So, that's it.
I'd like to take a minute to thank Second Helpings and its organizations for its continuous support and impact on the community. I am proud to be a graduate of this program. Thank you, Chef Cal, Chef John. The knowledge that you have given me another layer of structure that I can add to my life to continue with my journey. And you've had a great impact on me as well as the organization, and I appreciate that. I can share my journey with myself and others moving forward. Thank you.
Hey, yes. Hello, everybody. It's been 7 weeks, and in a big scheme of things, 7 weeks is a very short period of time. It's 52 weeks in a year, right? 7 weeks, that's a very short period of time. But this has been the most, I've only been in Indianapolis since February, but this 7 weeks has been the most impactful in my life since I arrived in Indianapolis. And better yet, before I got here, this has been real impactful. And so I'm grateful today. I'm thankful. Nora, Chef John, Chef Kyle, Tanya, and so many others that have, made this possible. This is, I tell chefs all the time, this is way more than a cooking program. This is a life skills program, a program designed to get you in a mindset of success. And that has been great for me, right? And so I'm grateful that I was able to attend this program, and thank you all for coming out for it.
I'd just like to thank Second Helpings for the program itself. Thank my wife for supporting me and actually telling me about the program, because I wouldn't have done it without her. Thank you, chefs Kyle and John, for everything you've taught me, all the skills, and I'll take them with me wherever I go. And I definitely want to come back here and still volunteer, because this place is amazing. All the people here, smiling faces, support and everything. I loved everything about it. So thank you.
It is my pleasure to introduce Elaine Gaithier, a member of our board of directors and a member of the Culinary Job Training team. So,
thank you, Nora, and thank everybody for being here today. I have to say that the CJT graduation is Second Helping's mission at its best, bar none. So thank you. And also I want to say that you have been the most polite and respectful, refreshing class that I have ever seen. So thank you for that. And as a member of the board of directors, congratulations. You deserve it. We're proud of you, and we want to wish you continued success along your journey. I'd like to talk a little bit about life skills. It's kind of hard to, follow Daryl, but, I'll do it. They're defined as the abilities that enable people to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of life. And we wanted to fully prepare our students for that. And so because of that, they have learned communication, assertiveness, stress management, time management, decision making, and conflict resolution. So, because you know what? That is what employees are looking for. They want people that show up, that are positive, that are motivated, that have a can-do attitude. You know, as you already know, there are no same days in the kitchen. You have to be adaptive. And that is why Chef Kyle, and Keith isn't with us now, but Chef Keith, developed this handbook laboriously, and I want to thank you. I really appreciate that. So let's give him a hand. This is a valuable tool. I want you to use it. You know, you can't get it all in one session, right? You have to practice it. It's like your knife skills. You have to be patient and practice to master these skills. And once you do, you'll see that you'll get the labor. Life skills also naturally enhance relationships. And the most important relationship is with you. You got to get it right here, okay? And I'm also looking out in the crowd at a lot of people who are obviously here because you love and have supported these graduates. They would not be here without your help. So thank you. And to keep it short like everybody else, in closing, do you remember when I said the sun, the moon, and the stars all aligned and that this program was a gift to you? Well, what you didn't realize is that, and people have said this, the whole time you have been an inspiration to all of us, and you are our gift. Thank you.
We're going to get some pictures with the graduates, and we have cake and coffee.